Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Sugar Beet Harvesting 101. It has taken me forever just to get this far, it seems like. Never again am I going to take a contract in that big of a field with sugar beet or probably potato, or of course I say that now and I'll end up doing it again because I'm stupid. But this should put us over 90% delivered. But it's early in the morning. A lot of things are happening at the moment. I had, because he just finished, the combine harvester harvesting our soybeans. Hey, we're at 92%, so 2 more trailers should complete the contract, and we will get the rest. But I do believe once we get the rest, we will be delivering it to somewhere else after we top off our pigs, because we've gotten 4 more pigs again overnight, so we're up to 11 of each. But yes, the combine harvester has harvested our soybeans. The price of soybeans is like at $1,800. So yes, we need to sell that. I'm going to actually try to do it right now. Actually, go empty the combine and head on over to wherever it is. The leased truck that we have from doing this contract is down at the sheet. I have just finished a little while ago loading up all the wool. The wool price is going up. Actually, I forgot what the price is already. I think it's up somewhere around $1,500 per 1,000, obviously. So, and I got like 16 pallets of wool, so 16,000 liters of wool to sell. So that is going to be a good price. We will get to the cotton field in a second. I've been doing some things while doing the sugar beeting. Oh yeah, the sugar beeting. It seems like, yeah, like I said, that's been a non-stop project, it seems like. But we need to come over here, empty this harvester. I got a decent amount of yield off this field. Is that going to be over the trailer? Not quite, so we need to move. This field apparently needs some lime as well, so I got to put some lime down before we reseed it with something. I haven't really decided yet because there's so much going on at the moment. So while that's loading up, soybean, 1805, and that is at the Restaurante. And that is a really good price, and I think we had, was it 38,000? I didn't get a chance to see. Turn these lights off because a worker had the lights on. That's kind of started that job early in the morning, and it's been sitting there since. Yeah, 36,000 to the restaurant, almost 37. And the sugar beet harvester may fill up by the time I get there, but that's fine. He can wait a little bit because thankfully, like I said, we're almost done with that. So yeah, like I was saying, the sugar beet, not the sugar beet, sorry, the cotton field. While I was doing some sugar beeting, I did some looking at some things, and I came up with an idea. I tried it, and it got rid of the weeds in the entire field. I'm like, okay, that works. So basically what I did is I took the cotton harvester. I said, well, the cotton harvester, when I harvest, gets rid of weeds if they're in the field. So yeah, I hopped in the cotton harvester and went around the field, turned it on, and it started taking care of the weeds. I'm like, so why does that get rid of the weeds and the weeder doesn't? I said, okay, did I just reset the field? So I brought the seed roll down. The seed roll refertilized the field to the second stage, but it didn't plant no seed in that same spot. So yeah, I have no idea. Nope, not disconnect. Actually, we're at the cotton field right now. And you may ask, well, there's weeds in the field again. Yeah, so the weeds came back, and I had the weeder down here, and I said I'll just weed it again to see if it would get rid of it. How much we get? Like $66,334 for that. Perfect. So yeah, I weeded the field, and the weeder did the same thing. It left the weeds up in certain spots. So at this point, what we're going to do is, when the cotton is ready for harvest, we'll harvest the cotton, and then we're going to come down. We're going to bring the plow down, and we're going to plow the entire field. And then I'll try to seed it. I'll seed like a row or two, see what happens, and see if the plowing resets the field somehow. I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on with that field. I have no clue. Not a clue whatsoever. I am essentially clueless. So I don't remember seeing a sign that the sugar beet harvester was getting full. The sugar beet harvester is going at a snail's pace now. The repair meter is like buried to 0. And I'm not repairing that thing. I really don't care. Part of me is going to be curious if I can remember when the job is done to bring it down to the workshop and see how much it would be to repair this thing. It kind of scares me to know what the price is. But this is how much sugar beet is left, which is actually quite a bit, because you got to realize the header's not that big. And like I said, he's only harvesting, I think, at 4 miles an hour right now. But 2 more trips will satisfy the contract, and the rest of it will go, I think it's got to go to the port grain elevator, is the best price right now. But right now we're at $91,000. The contract that we're going to finish here shortly, well, I say shortly, I don't know how much longer. We should get something like 78, 79,000. I don't have to subtract the worker fee because the worker fee has been being subtracted. So yes, we're going to get like additional 80,000 from that. We got to sell the wool today because, like I said, the wool price, now that we got that kind of caught up in everything, the wool price is $14.71 and still rising. I'm keeping an eye on the eggs. So while we're waiting for that, if we go to the eggs, come on down here. We do have some egg boxes from overnight, obviously. But as you can see, this might take one more box. It does, but I don't think it'll take any more. And that's it. And you're like, well, let's go get another crate. I don't have another crate. Because these, of course, there's more chickens over here. They fulfilled all the crates as well. And I started refilling the last crate that I have. Now, obviously, I can go get some more crates. So we got 5 crates here. Another crate over there. That's 6 full crates. And this guy is a work in progress. Not a work in progress, but it's working. So these boxes here can go in. And just like that. So that's the chicken story. If we're coming down here, there is our wool. We're ready to go with Lee's trailer. And I got the bucket back on the Massey Ferguson, ready to clean up the animals as we go. Because they shouldn't be that messy. So 61 for them. Yeah, because we kind of did it like late in the afternoon. Grass and hay, they're getting kind of low on that. The grass field is ready for harvest. I mean, most of our fields, these are our canola fields. Now we're going to get to that in a second. We got to finish this contract job up first. We're going to do this contract here in field 5 if it's still there. Yes, field 5, harvest field 5, which is sunflowers. So what we're going to do there is take the contract, harvest some of the sunflowers. We're going to come feed the pigs with it, and then yeah, we're going to cancel the contract and see if they take the amount of liters that we put into the pigs back out, or we get to keep it. I have no idea, not a clue. So while we're waiting for the sugar beet harvester to fill up and we can empty it, we're going to bring the combine on down here. And it should be rather interesting trying to harvest the bottom of this field because of the pig pen, the way it did the land so beautifully. I mean, we'll get what we get out of it at the bottom, and then I'll set it off on a worker. Now, depending if we get to keep that sunflower seed or not, depends on how much we feed the pigs. Any canola whatsoever. That's why I kind of want to get that contract done to see if I should just sell all this canola, which we probably will sell some of it, because it only takes like 2 days to grow canola or whatever. The pigs should be fine for that amount of time anyways. So here's the corner of the field coming up. I don't know what this harvester is going to do. Is it going to actually cut it, or... that's not too bad, actually, but when we do the field over again, I'm certainly not planting seed or anything down there. But we got 2 fields of canola to go, this one and the rail yard. So a lot to get to today, actually. But the main thing is get that sugar beet contract over and done with. It's been 3 episodes now. And harvesting this field, this header doesn't like it. This header will still grab the ground once in a while. The big 45 footer. Not as bad as it used to be. Oh yeah, and before I forget, in case you haven't heard or seen on the Giants Farming Simulator website, Farming Simulator, welcome to esports. Yeah, I guess Farming Simulator is going to have tournaments this year. They kind of had a tournament, I think last year, something about... I kind of remember this, but I had to read about it. I guess last year it was competition, how fast you could bale up 20 bales or stack 20 bales or something of that nature. But this year they're having competitions over in Europe, 10 competitions. Okay, let me get the page up here. Clickety click. Giant Software has announced that Farming Simulator 19 is moving into esports with the launch of its own league this year. Yes, I was also confused. It seems that following the success of the first series of Farming Simulator Championships last year, Giant Software have created the franchise's first fully fledged esports league. 10 tournaments will take place across Europe in 2019, granting circuit points as well as other big rewards. At the end of the season, the best teams will fight Farm for the title of Farming Simulator Champion, which will net them a not too shabby 100 euros, about 87,000 pounds, in prizes. The full prize pool for the season is 250,000 euros, 218,000 pounds. So like the guy writes here, okay, so that all makes sense, but I played Farming Simulator and found myself actually enjoying it. But still, esports isn't something that immediately springs to mind when you think of farming. It's relaxing, not competitive, and stressful. I mean, do you race combine harvesters across the field? So it basically goes on. So where does it say? The new league will move away from competitive bale stacking, which it was, however, and move to a new 3 versus 3 mode that will be added in the game in the near future. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, there's a lot of things they could do. 3 versus 3, I guess what you could do is, I guess you start each team on the same map. Not the same, they're playing on the same map. So say like each team plays on Ravenport, but they're not playing on the exactly same map like multiplayer. And maybe they'll say like, okay, you guys got 2 hours or 5 hours playing on fast mode. The same settings and everything, and whoever earns the most money in that amount of time wins. I have no idea. I guess it'll be announced by Giants at some point. So, yeah, head to the Giants website, and you can probably read all about it. Form a team up of, a couple of your friends, and go for it, I would suppose. I'm not, I'm not quite sure what they really plan on doing with it, but it sounds kind of interesting. Well, when I first saw it, like, I thought the same thing. This guy that was writing this article here, like, wait, Farming Simulator esports? Okay. Sounds rather interesting. So I don't know how 3 versus 3. I don't know. I have no clue. Because farming is something that takes a while to do. So I mean, is it like you play for a full day, or? I have no clue, but we'll find out all together at some point. Something will be released. Now you get to see, I mentioned before, the sugar beet harvester making its U-turn to harvest a field. Now you're going to see this thing do a whole bunch of things. Don't worry about that car. He's not actually in the way, but you're going to see this sugar beet harvester do a song and a dance to get around. Does this little shimmy and shake. And that one there actually is one of the best turnarounds I've seen. I think when it was down there where the field's a little bit closer to the road, it does a lot more of that because there's not as much space between the field and the road. Alright, so let's empty this guy up. He's almost full. 80% to be exact. So I'm going to be working just a little bit more. Get some more things done here, which really means sugar beet harvesting. While our combine harvester does the canola thing. And I'll bring you back in a while. Hopefully when we're almost done sugar beeting here, and we can take the other contract and see if we can steal some food for the pigs. The price of the wool has peaked at $14.71. I even grabbed that one pallet they had. Well, as you can see, I don't even want to call it one package of wool in it. I said, well, might as well grab it. So here we are with 16 pallets along with whatever's in that little one there. I still can't figure out the sell point at all. Well, you took that one. Come on. You want to take it all. I know you do. I don't know why the ones on the front, it doesn't want to take those. It's always the ones on the front. Oh, we'll get you to come off. Alright, so there's those. So once again, I do the dance. The wool dance. Alright, finally it sold. And so what do we get for our wool today? $26,702. Putting $118,000 into our bank account. So I'm going to bring the this wonderful little, I don't want to call it a flatbed, but I think this is more like a bale loader. That's what it's supposed to be for. Bring this back up to the BGA. Unhitch it from the truck. Because when I complete the contract, the truck's going to disappear and I don't want it somehow taking our trailer with it. So, bring this back to the BGA. The sugar beet contract has been completed. We are just harvesting the rest of the sugar beet for our own good. I did get about maybe $1,200 from selling at the ranch because I really wasn't paying attention. I didn't know the contract was going to be completed. And I heard it go ding, and I was like, okay. So I hit the button real quick, and I did send myself like 4,000 liters of sugar beet in the trailer. But now I got to bring it to the other sell point because it's worth like $50 more per 1,000. I did get a worker over there with the John Deere start spreading some lime. I think he ran out of lime though. And I think our harvester is done harvesting the canola in field 6. Just running around with my hands full right now. That's what I'm kind of doing. We'll unhitch that. This truck I really don't care about. So we'll go back here. Yeah, you can see it must be like right here. And so I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to empty out. Actually, I only have like 3,000 liters of sugar beet I saved. But the rest of this is ours, plus what's in this combine here. So hopefully I can fit the rest of this into the trailer so I can make one trip. We're also going to top off the pigs, like I said. I'm going to get the John Deere going with the limer, spreading the lime in field 12. And I'll bring it back in a little bit again and take it from there. Finishing up the harvesting ourselves. An additional 12,000 liters. As far as I'm concerned, we are done. I was actually wondering if I was going to run out of fuel on this thing. So as you can see, we're down to just about a quarter of a tank, just a bit under, I think. Come over here and unload the last 12,000 liters. You can see we got a pretty decent sized trailer here. And also don't forget, the pigs took about 30,000 to start with, 30,000 liters a while ago. There is some sugar beet up by the central port grain elevator. Or is it just central grain elevator? Up there where the sugar beet harvester couldn't quite get to the edge. I'm not too concerned about this. Or this is one of these. It's kind of like a relationship. You're just finally, when it comes near the end, it's like, you know what? You keep that stuff at your house. I'm fine. I just wanna be done with it. And that's the way I feel with this sugar beet harvesting project. I want to be done with it. What we're doing now is, I'm just curious. I want to bring this over to our workshop where I got the case tractor in the way. I fixed the weeder because, well, the weeder was busy. So we'll move that on over here. So I am just curious of how much it would be to repair said sugar beet harvester. Now I got to be careful. I got to make sure the header is not in there. The header is something different. $4,144 is what it would have cost. So yeah, that's why I didn't mind it went slower. If I fixed it, actually I probably just had to fix the header. The header is probably all I had to fix, so I could have done that. But I mean, it's over and done with. It's fine. So instead of going up to the ranch, it's down to the pigs. Top them off because we have 8 more pigs than last time, so the trough can hold a bit more. So we'll head down there, which is good because it's in the same direction as a port grain elevator. So we'll top off the pigs and go sell what we can, and then we'll complete the contract, and we can try that sunflower thing. See if we can make that work, if you want to put it that way. Hello, piggies. Let's see. So we're at what, 68,000? How much you guys are going to take? Just another 8,000 liters. That's fine. They should be good for a while. But then again, like I said, they're reproducing, as we now know, at a decent time there. So the more pigs we get, the more the trough can hold. So the more it looks like they're empty. But it's only 5%. So I'm not going to be too worried about it. And if this next contracting job works like it might, then we could always get some sugar beet when we need it. Or actually, I don't see anyone. I have yet to see potato or sugar cane on this map. Alright, wait. I should double check this. Not like it matters because I'm already here. 264 at the port grain elevator is, and that's where we are at, port grain elevator. So 60,000 liters of sugar beet at that price goes for $16,110, and I got like $2,000 at the ranch from over, so we got like 18,000. And take this consideration, we gave the pigs, I think, somewhere in the vicinity of 40,000 liters. So we just delivered 60,000 liters. So we probably could have got like another $12,000 worth of sugar beet. Sugar beet is worth it if you want to do it. I know a lot of people see that price and go, why would anyone do sugar beet? It's only like $250 per 1,000 on the mode that I'm playing on. But really, it yields so much. It's worth it. So the contract completed, 82,000, but we leased the vehicle, so we're going to get 78,000. So we'll hit collect. And now Field 5. Please tell me Field 5 is still here. Field 5, harvesting sunflowers. We're just going to accept the contract because we got the stuff to do it. So look at our bank account, $210,000. Yippee skippy. So I'm going to get everything up to Field 5. We're going to harvest not much. We're just going to harvest enough just to see, I'm going to take like maybe 10,000 liters or something like that and deliver it to the pigs and then cancel the contract and see what happens. If it, we'll just take it from there. So give me a while to set up and I'll be with you in just a second. Okay, so I've gone around the field just about twice. I was going to go around just about just about, yeah, just about. I was going to go around the field once. I said, you know, if this works, I want to make sure I get more than enough food. Even though, if this does work, I'm not going to do it in the future because it's not kind of my style. But the curiosity has got the best of me, trying to figure out if this is going to work or not. So we got about 20,000, which would top off our pigs. Not pretty close. I don't think it's going to top them off completely, but it'll get them relatively close. Let me go ahead and fold up the header now. Once you cancel a contract, the contract's not going to reappear on the contract page. So I'm not too worried. I don't want to park in the guy's field just because I shouldn't get do crop destruction because it's not Farmer's Dynasty. This is Farming Simulator. I want to turn off my harvester so I don't waste fuel. And the other thing I'm going to do also before I put the food into the pig pen is I'm going to save the game and turn off autosave. Because not knowing what's going to happen when I cancel the contract, I don't want the pig's food to like all disappear, or who knows what's going to happen. And that's where we're about to find out. Usually this is something you should do like on a test map. But yeah, you know me, I want to roll the dice and go with it. I mean, as long as I turn autosave off, I can always revert back to where we are. So across the bridge. And I already know I can't access the food trough from this angle because, well, terraforming. Oh yeah, and I probably should also mention, we got about, let's see, it's going to be in the silo. So the canola from that field that we harvested, where are we here? So I almost got 40,000 liters off that field. So it was at 39,661. The prices are so-so anyway, so I said I'd put it in storage. We needed the trailer. And we also may need it to feed the pigs because not knowing how this is going to work out here. There we go. Now I'm going to come in here. Turn autosave off. Save the game right at this point before we put it in. Now they should take all of that, I would assume. They did, so what does that do for the pigs at this point? So it brought them up quite a long ways. Alright, so now we're at 28,885. Let's see what happens if I come in here, activate, cancel the contract. Ooh, missing crops. So, yeah, they're going to charge you for it. They're going to charge you for it. So don't do that. So what I'm going to do is not save the game when I exit. That way when I reload the game, the grain will be back in the trailer. And what we'll do is I'll finish that contract when I reload the game. And we'll just take the extra sunflower after the contract and feed the pigs that way. So no stealing food that way from, I mean, that's kind of interesting that they put that into the game. So I guess I would have found out if I put the sugar beet in here and canceled the contract on the sugar beet. So yeah, live and learn. So don't try that trick because you'll get charged for missing crops. When it said missing crops in contracts, I thought it meant from crop destruction. But yeah, I see what they're kind of doing there. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't have autosave on because if I hit escape, it might save the game. But I think that's going to do it for today, guys. We got a good amount of money in the bank account. I'm going to leave that there until the end of the day because I'm not quite sure if I want to pay off the loan or... yeah, now I was going to buy, like I said, you know, eventually I was going to buy this field here and merge these, but not knowing what's going on with the candy stripe field down here. Until we harvest this field and I plow it and I reseed it, if it does the same thing, these fields are going and we'll move everything probably up to here. Maybe? I don't know. But that's going to be like a couple episodes away. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you learned something by not taking someone's crops. And I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you next time in Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.